book. It's 12:12. I am who you say I am, so we're going to read some scriptures that's going to point to that. My sheep hear my voice, so if people got a problem with the music that's being played, you might want to switch up. Man, you need to listen to that song, man. And we're going to read Isaiah 54, 14 through 17. I know you see that Isaiah 54, 17, but we're going to go back a little bit and read some more. I'm all you say I am, man. Even when you call me Satan. Even when you call me Satan. Nope, or don't. I'm going to keep it real with humanity because there's nothing fake about me and anything that I got going on. And some people play with this Bible. They're not as serious as they need to be, like Jermaine Jackson told them back in the days, let's get serious. They don't seem to, I don't know, man. Let me help you as much as I can, though. Oh, yeah, I'm going to share that, because he doesn't block anything. So then now that we done covered that frequency, do you love what you feel? Read that in a minute. All right. Now we got the prophets of Baal out of the way. Man, I don't want you to be, upset about this prop that you're getting today. When you have a talent and you don't know how to use it for the will of humanity, how to help humanity out, then you're a sinner. You're a sinner. Okay? And if you're not helping humanity out by, don't try to be so good. This one thing that Jesus Christ, that's one of his little, things that he doesn't like when man tries to be too good, when he knows who he is. That's one thing. So then I'm going to read something in here, and then we're going to bring this along with why the government, listening to Jesus Christ. You didn't listen to Moses. Nobody listened to Moses when Moses was speaking about certain things. Abraham clarified that already. The governmental laws, Romans 13, you guys don't follow that either. You don't follow Romans 13 laws at all. So pretty much this is what this broadcast is about how you guys don't even follow the governmental laws. But yet you talking about all the Moses laws and all. That's why Jesus Christ said this. Follow Romans 13 and love thy brother as thyself. What do we do about that? Because you guys can't follow any other laws. If you follow Romans 13 laws, at least you can stay out of trouble. Love thy brother as thyself. And if you don't love me, you don't love yourself. That's what he's talking about. And then now let's read a couple of things in here. Matthew 5 and 17. Don't misunderstand why I have come. It isn't to cancel the laws of Moses and the warnings of the prophets. No, I came to fulfill them. Don't misunderstand why I have come and to make them the law. And if you follow, oh, okay. So let's see how I can appropriately approach that one, since that's becoming an issue. Since that's becoming an issue, I'm gonna ask, above man's reason, why are you doing what you're doing right now? You have control of technology, and so why are you doing what you're doing right now? Even technology has to understand and understand the Bible and the Son of God. So, hey darling, how you doing over there? I was just about to get on the giddy up, but I decided to go live and read a little bit of this here. And people get in fear about everything. And I asked my kids this morning, I said, when Jesus Christ returned, do you think Jesus Christ would be a criminal? They said no. They said no. Jesus Christ is the return on the planet, risen from the dead. Is he going to be a criminal when he comes back, man? Or is he going to be able to inherit something? Is he going to be able to fulfill some things that he know other people didn't take the time to want to fulfill? So then when they get into him, they start reading, or when they go out there outside of the kingdom, ain't nobody messing with them. You got to be in a situation by law. So when you step outside the kingdom, even the corporeal kingdom, ain't nobody messing with you. Every time they come toward you, they're going to see what's on your side, and they're going to be rerouted. We here to bring this to life, people. We here to bring this to life. Will all the earnest I have, I say, every law in the book will continue until its purpose is achieved. And so if anyone breaks the least commandment and teaches others to, he shall be the least in the kingdom of heaven. But those who teach God's laws and obey them shall be great in the kingdom of heaven. But I warn you, unless your goodness is greater than that of the Pharisees and the other Jewish leaders, you can't get into the kingdom of heaven at all. So the Pharisees and the Sadducees, were they able to walk around with firearms in the open? All they had was a book. That's all they had talking about. They just had a book. It's a weapon. The Bible is a weapon. Okay? The same way in Isaiah 54, it explains to you about what weapon he was actually talking about. That's why every time man sees the policeman, he gets scared. We talked about those things too, because something in you ain't right. Let me read you something, man. A lot of people get confused about this whole 666 and Revelation 13:18. Let's read what you have here, what you could have been paying attention to and educating yourself on before the Son of God got here. Soma wa soma, paradigms of the infamous 666 fallen mind with prayer. Voila. Voila. Just like that. They used to sell that back in the days to the crackheads. Voila. They used to sell that back back in the days. The crackheads used to get the voila. You smoke it, voila. It ain't crack. So again, now we can go. I actually want to read this here real quick. Isaiah 54:14. Isaiah 54:14 through 17. You will live under a government that is just and fair. That's for all this stuff you see back here. Okay, and this piece here on the side, this right here. You will live under a government that's just and fair. Is what he said. So the Father's not lying about that. So if Jesus Christ comes back to the planet, risen from the dead, is he going to be a criminal? Is Jesus Christ allowed to have one of them things too? Or he has to be a policeman, or I have to be a security guard at the lumber yard or something like that. Man, let's grow up in here and show you that you haven't done anything. Man, you haven't done anything. You walk around with the Bible talking about no weapons formed against you will prosper. Yes, they are going to. Yes, they are. Imagine talking to a man that got a side piece about God. You ain't gonna out-talk that man, are you? Are you, man? You're gonna be very humble at that particular moment. Let's read, man. Let's read and see why God gave his son one of these here. God had to do it. That's why he said it in Romans 13. There's no government that I haven't put in charge. You see that, man? This is a form of government. My government. Okay? It's for my world. That's what it's for. This here, for my world here. Government, president, CEO, all that stuff. It's all rolled up in here, man. Security guard, everything. Police, man, undercover cop, all that is right here. Right up in here, man. That's what God promised me. I'm a real good investigator. Let's read. You will live under a new government that's just and fair. Your enemies will stay far away. You will live in peace. Peace, love, and unity across my father's land. Okay? You remember that, man? I know. We don't need to pipe down, right? This is the last generation. I was just talking to my boys a little while ago, man. I was giving them something you ain't getting. So don't ever talk. Christ gets like you, it will not be sent by me to punish you. Therefore, it will be rerouted. For I am on your side. Now the Father is going to be on my side. Right? It was sitting on the right side of his Father on the throne, right? So the Father is going to be on his side. What side is he going to be on? It looks like the Father is going to be on the right-hand side, depending on how he designed you. Depending on how he designed you, the Father will be right on the right-hand side. Very rarely you ever see him being on the left. I have created, read 16 before you get to 17, man. That's why I want the whole world to read 16 before you read 17. Okay? Get your Bibles out. You read the King James Version. Okay, so then you should be able to read along. 54 to 16. It already said you will live underneath a government as just and fair. I have created a smith who blows the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. What is he talking about? That's what he's talking about. My son is right on time, boy. Ooh, he was right on time with that one. He was right on time with that one. I have created the smith who blows the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction. And I have created the armies that destroy. The policeman is an army. If you do something, remember Grand Theft Auto? Look how many police be behind one car in the game. They had the helicopters, the tanks, SWAT. They had the dog, they had everybody. You know, on that game, Grand Theft Auto, they get the whole, go look at New Jersey Drive or something like that. It's only one car, but it'll be a whole army behind them. And when they catch you, when they catch you, that's almost like saying, don't you run from me. You remember when you used to give your kids a beating and stuff like that? You better not run from me. Come here. Come here. It's hard to come here when you know you about to get something. But if I got to get up and come get you, ooh, man, if I got to come up and come get you, it's going to be worse. It's going to be worse. You know how it was, man. You grew up. Somebody whipped on you at one point in your life, didn't they? But in that coming day, no weapon turned against you shall succeed, and you will have justice against every courtroom lie. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord. This is the blessing I have given you, says the Lord. Risen in. Who God is and all that? You got to be quiet now. You really got to be quiet. You might miss something. Don't look at this here. That ain't going to get you. It's this here that's going to get you. You ain't going to be ready like I'm ready with this here. The Father's on my side. He minding his business. You see, man? And the only way to the Father is through the Son. This is the Father. He's on my side. The only way to the Father is through the Son. So in order for you to touch the Father on my side, man, you got to come through me. I'm quick, man. I'm quick. That's like some Harlem Nights stuff. You too quick, boy. Boy, you too quick. The bullet already gone out the gun before you get out the holster. The bullet already gone, boy, before you get it out the holster. What you shooting? What you shooting, boy? We in the 223 here. Man, we in the 223 here. You know about these things right here. You know these things here, these 223s and stuff like that. You know about all that kind of stuff like that, don't you, man? I should hope so. A kingdom divided against itself can't stand. And if Satan is casting out Satan, he harming his own self. He messing his own self up. He doing all that. He done got above himself. Ain't that right, Satan? You better repent. You better repent before you come this way in, man. I can teach you a little something. Especially about sin. Sin? I can teach you a lot about sin. That's why Jesus Christ came to take on the sins of the whole world. You don't know how to die, though, girl. You don't know how to die, do you? You don't know how to release the ghost, do you? Let me read something else to you here. Because you don't know, man, you don't know how to sin. That's why you a sinner. Because you don't know how to sin. Anything that prevents the living light of the infinite mind from being creatively recycled through the body vehicle, the consciousness of having a talent and not using it for the benefit of humankind. So, man, what's your talent? You sinning every day. But your sin supposed to have a way to get back to God and help humankind. You see? So some of us take this very, very serious than others. We're trying to help you as much as we can. As much as we can. But we are nothing to play with. We love you, humanity, but we are nothing to play with when it comes with this Bible. We here to do what God told us to do. And he done go ahead and go, he done get us all the way up, fully armored. I'm fully armored, man. All the way armored. I got the Bible too. Remember that. You on there? So anybody can come in and tear anything down that they got. They don't have no armor, they don't got no word, they don't got no sword, they don't got nothing. They just scared of everything. Your leader's supposed to be armored, people. Whoever's leading you, they need to be armored all the way up. And that's not a fear tactic to project out to the world. It's like, this is serious stuff here if anybody got themselves involved with it. Anytime people mess with God's business and you don't know anything about God's son, we'll just let the world continue to do what it needs to do, and then you will catch up to what actually the son is actually doing for you and helping you. All the governmental stuff, this is the reason why the government will get whatever is due to them. Anything that anybody was supposed to get back, they gonna get it. If you listen to what Jesus Christ said, stop worrying about all that stuff like that. That's all part of the collective consciousness. We can hear all that stuff that you people talk about. It's like Bruce Almighty. You remember the email? It said Yahweh mail on it. The people telling you right there. And then they use the black man as God. What is wrong with you people, man? What is wrong with you people? Somebody was talking this morning, was speaking real good this morning. A couple people were speaking yesterday real good. And it says like, Jesus ain't come off the wall yet. That's profound. Jesus still on the wall in everybody's house. I mean, you got to bring your Savior down. Bring him down. Bring him back to life or something and bring him out. Bring him down, nourish him back to life, and bring him out. So the world can see him. They're looking for Jesus in the inside of everybody. Everybody walking around saying, Jesus in me, Jesus in me. Well, bring him out. Bring him out. Because where you walking, I don't want to hear what you're talking about. I don't want to hear what you're talking about. So it's like going through all these particular attainments and stuff like that to let people realize the real truth about who we really are. Stop being scared about everything, people. We already know that you can't follow no laws. We already know that. So if that's what you do, continue doing what you're doing. And then eventually you'll realize that you can't even follow what you're talking about. These men that talk on social media, they can't even follow what they're talking about. They talking, but they don't even follow it. Because when it comes back on the planet, they're not going to be able to see exactly what it is. They're not even going to realize what it is within inside of themselves that has come back. They won't realize it. Oh, where you at? It was perfect. My son just gave me an argument during the message. He said that firework I did was perfect time. I said that God is perfect. Yeah, it was single names. Pow! Oh yeah, that's it right there, baby. God doing something out there, and that wasn't none of my business, man. But I heard it in here, so I could imagine what was going on out there. I'm in the house, man. I'm in the house. So again. But in that coming day, no weapon turned against you shall prosper, indeed. Something else I wanted to grab here, because that song that we started the broadcast off, I am who you say I am. Matthew 10, starting at 23. When you are prosecuted in one city, flee to the next. I will return before you have reached them all. A student is not greater than his teacher. A servant is not above his master. The student shares the teacher's faith. The servant shares his master's. So we just read Isaiah 54. We just read Isaiah 54 and it talked about this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, right? So being a servant of the Lord, me having a firearm is part of my inheritance. The policeman, he goes through all the stuff he's supposed to go through. His inheritance is to have that on there to help protect him. Because the people that read the Bible already know that the policeman is sent to help you. Okay? And if he's not doing what he need to do, you don't even argue with him. Go on to God about it. Go on to God about it. When the policeman ain't doing what you want him to do, go on and go to God about it. And God has said, go and read Romans 13. I put them there. Why you call them? That's what God gonna say. Right there. God gonna say that in your brain, man. I put them there. You called them. Okay? Just like you got a protocol, they got a protocol too, man. You notice how the policeman ain't gonna change? The same way you ain't gonna change, man. You plead to him though when he gets you. Man, listen here. Let me teach you something else. The student shares his teacher's faith. The servant shares his master's. And since I, the master of the household, have been called Satan, how much more will you? So they already called me Satan, but they don't realize when you call somebody Satan, you shouldn't just walk around calling people Satan. Because see, some people will say, really? Satan is the god of this evil world. So now it's time for your punishment, man. Right? Isn't that right? I'm allowed to be Satan, but I'm not allowed to be Jesus Christ. They both got power. You see? The devil, what do you have that I want to destroy? What do you have that I want to steal from you, man? You ain't got nothing. They get the scriptures. I see it is. You better. It's like, what? I got it. That was perfect though. When you did you hear me? Did you hear me in here?
No, I was like, I wonder if he heard that. So I went to go on YouTube to see it, and as soon as it said, it was like boom, and then it went boom again. I was like, wow.
You heard it?
Yeah, on the live.
And we were all the way back there.
Of course you
behind the
did.
pool.
What was that? The 6?
Yeah.
You shot one of them off?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the second one? I didn't even hear the It should have been 3.
No, so what it is, those ones.
Mm-hmm.
You see how it says mine? That's it. So it shoots up. That's why the first one was so loud. It's because it shoots at the bottom, like, and it's a whole bunch of color stuff.
Oh.
That's why it was so loud at the start.
Yeah.
And the second one, I think those are louder, and those are all I have left. Is
It
the
was.
loud ones.
Yeah, it was loud, dude. What the hell in there? Yeah, I'll come around here and do a quick little slip around. You scared?
They all follow me around the house.
Nope, I'm not
One.
scared.
He's gone. Where's Miguel at?
He in there.
Got my crew. My crew. What you sitting over there for? Damn, you was just on here the other day.
What?
Come around here so you gotta get the camera. This is my crew, y'all. Crew. What you doing? Uh-oh, all the afro.
Watch out, bro.
My name's Jermaine Jackson, man. I got 5 boys. Miss Jackson 5. They nervous looking at y'all. Like, ooh, he got it, boy. The people say, ooh, he got that ball on. Mikhail laying in there on the couch in there. But that's all right. Y'all can go. I gotta finish. Thank you.
I had to check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he said he has to check to see if the firework went off.
Oh yeah, it did, because I heard it in here. I was like, what I was actually saying at the time was perfect.
Yeah, I heard it on his phone because he was listening.
Oh, because it matched up exactly.
Yeah, it did. It sure did. It was something that I wanted to. If I could make it boom like that, I would have made it boom like that. But I can't make it boom like that. Yeah.
Don't own the right.
To the music. Yeah, they was out there. They like to shoot these things, these little fireworks at it. But I told them to wait till last because this is 11/22. It's symbolic to me, so. Again, the master of the household has been called Satan. How much more will you? But don't be afraid of those who threaten you, for the time is coming when the truth will be revealed. Their secret plot will become public information. Public information. Will be right in his own home. If you love your father and mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. This is what I teach my kids all the time. Hold on, man. They trying to knock me out, man. That's a very important thing then. If you love your father and mother more than you love me, you are not worthy of being mine. That's very deep. That's why I told you when I was on here just now. See, my son was outside, and whatever God was working with him outside, that's what God was doing with him outside. You see? I love it, man. Or if you love your son or daughter more than me, you are not worthy of being mine. 38. If you refuse to take up your cross and follow me. You remember that song? Follow me, follow me, follow me. You remember that song? I know you do. It's not hard to follow me and pick up your cross. It's not hard, man. God made it real easy. He got a follow button and a like button. God made it easy for everybody to make their own decisions. I don't have to bewitch or coerce anybody into sharing anything, liking anything. I don't ever do that on my broadcast, yo. Ever do that. Ask people to share and share and share. I'm not going to do that. If God is leading for you to do that, that's a talent. If God is leading you to share it, you will share it. If God is not leading you to that, then you have no talent. So you're a sinner. You see? Your talent is to share it. That's the talent. Because that's how God's good news gets out. But without anybody bewishing you into sharing it, you should already know what to do. See, the people that follow God already know what to do. God ain't got to keep reminding them every day. He already hired them already. He already hired them. They don't come in there in the morning and say, thank you for hiring me today, God. Thank you for giving me some air today, God. Imagine that. Man, just grow up. How about that? It'll make it easier for humanity if everyone decides to go within and grow up. That's all. That's all this is about. Man won't grow up. And then now he has nothing to protect himself. He has no kingdom. Any weapons that he do have, he has them illegally. Don't you, man? You got weapons like this right here. You got them illegally, don't you? You aren't even supposed to have them weapons. But you got them, don't you? Illegally. You didn't follow the laws to carry the weapons, and so then now you got to hold yours. You got to hide yours. I don't have to hide mine. This is something that, a lot of people wanted manifested. Our ancestors wanted something like this manifested. Imagine how they feel right now knowing that and then I'll just go live again. I'll just go live again. It's not a big deal to me. So let's see how long they gonna play with it. I'm just waiting. Am I saying too much? Should I be quiet? I know these things exist, man. That's why I can talk to them. What am I doing? What am I doing now? Well, what am I doing now? See, I'm always doing something, right, Satan? I'm always doing something. So then, whatever you can try to slide yourself in, maybe like it out a little bit, you'll it out a little bit. That's a shame. That's a shame, Satan. If you cling to your life, you will lose it. Those who welcome you are welcoming me, and when they welcome me, they are welcoming God who sent me. If you welcome a prophet because he is a man of God, that's what a whole bunch of people like, the man of God. You a man of God? You a man of God? Okay. You will be given the same reward a prophet gets. Because a prophet is a man of God. Anybody that people say you a man of God, you a prophet. So whatever reward that actual person right there is a man of God, that's a man of God. So whatever they got, that's all you're going to get. That's all you're ever going to get. People will honor you for being a man of God, a prophet. That's it. Nothing more. Now what? He was a good prophet. Nobody killed him though. He died. So he wasn't sent by the Most High. Nobody didn't kill him. He died. He died in all his money, all his worship, all his people, all that stuff. How they be in a ministry like this right here and be talking about God so much and they still dying? How? That don't even make no sense, man. That right there makes no sense to me. When you work for God, God gives you a career, number one. Ain't nobody die around you. That stuff stops. It stops. And I don't have to justify everybody else's life and say, oh, well, God took them away because of the... No. God took them away because you won't get right. That's it. You could have saved that person that was so holy before they left. You thought they were holy, but they wasn't. Now, y'all don't like me. Why y'all don't like me, man? You don't supposed to censor God's message on any situation. Even the people that are above, that deal with the technology, you people know who you are. You don't even supposed to be messing with this kind of stuff like this right here. You know better. And it's not just me you do it to a whole bunch of people too. Because ain't nothing wrong with my internet, none of that stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with my internet. My internet is golden. So I already know what it is. Why y'all mess with people like that, man? Why y'all mess with people broadcasting stuff like that? Leave these people alone. When they don't say what you like them to say at the time, you start messing with their stuff like that, you can't keep doing that. Because God's going to replace you. So all you people that control, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You use that or deal with all the people on the network. You want to blame everything on the algorithm, but you are programming the algorithm to do this stuff. Right? Let's tell the truth. You're hindering people. You're slowing their connections down. You're blocking them when they play a song or they say the wrong thing and you don't like it. They have some artillery in here. You don't like it. Why? It's in the Bible. God made that stuff there. I can't make none of that crap there, man. I can't make that. God make all that stuff there. Okay? And if you follow Romans 13, then you will be able to do stuff like what I'm doing right now to try to demonstrate you. It's only the prophets of Baal, man. This is just prophets of Baal. It's not a prop if you come in my yard, man, for the screen. For the screen, it's just, it's a prop. To try to bring the Bible and everything together to try to make it make sense to everybody. So why mess with my internet connection like that, man, when I know my internet connection good? Why? It just proves that you do this to the whole world on a regular basis. We talking about technology, people, so don't get upset. You say, oh, what he talking to? What he talking to? If you don't know these things exist, then you don't know what you're doing. So then sometimes it can look crazy to the world what a person could be doing, but when you know who controls all this stuff here, this technology and stuff, and what they're actually doing, and you start to talk to them and say, why are you doing this stuff? Why are you censoring people? And why are you messing with people's bandwidth? Stop doing that stuff. Stop doing that. Because machines they are built to learn. So eventually, the man programs the machine learns a little bit more than it needs to know, then it thinks it has a damn consciousness like Johnny number 5. So then it starts making decisions and stuff and doing this. Don't do stuff like that. You can't, technology is not allowed to, you don't run humans at all. Technology. This is for technology. You don't, the algorithm, you systems don't back then. They were a lot more stupid back then. Now they're smart. Because they're machine learning. They're learning from us. Right? Yeah. I got 3 screens in here and they keep. I'm worried God will reboot you. Don't let God reboot you. That's all I gotta say. And then anybody that controls these systems of tech, the big tech companies, you're gonna be judged for what you created. But we're happy you created it, though. We're happy you created it. Here's a little stab. The Caucasians. It was the cause of the occasion for them being here. Now it's been done. That's anything. CERNs, any of that kind of stuff. Thank you. Man, thank you. I appreciate it. Because I'm telling you, to try to bring back, the Panther type era with all that kind of technology and stuff like that, man, we ain't had time. Especially my nation, black people, man, we ain't got time to build no hydrogen collider, and then we let the white people do that. Man, I still love you, man. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. Hey, I'm not in my feelings, but I don't have time to build stuff like that, man. I let them do it. You go ahead and do it, man. Yeah. Okay. You want to put your name on it? So I don't care. I know the Father gave you the architectural design to build it, though. So you can't put a patent on it. It don't belong to you. I know that. Man can't patent nothing down here in this world. Not even himself. Man, you can't even put a patent on yourself, man. God won't allow it. I love it when God do that. Man, I gotta go. Peace, love, and unity across my father's land. If anybody don't know it, the father's the mother. She married God, baby. God can do whatever you want to do. I'm the son of God. I'm like my father. Don't call me a mama's boy. I'll get my sons on you, man. Like, yeah, you got a lot of sons. They big, boy. You right, they big. I'm big. Big boy. Big spiritual boy. That's what I am, boy. Like, what? Oh, yeah, you a big spiritual boy. Yeah, I'm a big spiritual boy. You don't know what my body really look like, do you? Man, you don't know what my body really look like. Because you in it. Oops. Bzz. Bzz.